There's finally some genuinely good news about the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. And we've also got confirmed Samsung Unpacked 2026 details, early trade-in values, and a clearer picture of the whole Galaxy S26 lineup. Let's dive straight into it. So first, the good news for the Galaxy S26 Ultra fans, and actually, for everyone looking at the Galaxy S26 series. For years, Samsung kept its best display tech locked behind the Ultra paywall. The Galaxy S24 Ultra and S25 Ultra were basically the only phones in the world using that special anti-reflective Gorilla Glass armor, and even the latest iPhones still don't match it. Apple tried their own anti-reflective treatment on the iPhone 17 Pro, and yeah, it helped a bit, but it still isn't on the same level as what Samsung is doing with its Ultra models. That Ultra-only situation might finally be ending. With the Galaxy S26 series, a very reliable source, WinFuture, just leaked the full Galaxy S26, S26 Plus, and S26 Ultra spec sheet. According to that document, every single model in the Galaxy S26 lineup will use Gorilla Glass Armor 2 on the front. That's a glass ceramic material with a built-in anti-reflective layer. In other words, the regular Galaxy S26 and the Galaxy S26 are finally getting the same kind of anti-glare ultra-readable PREMIU and display treatment that used to be exclusive to the Galaxy S26, Ultra's predecessors. So if you hated reflections outdoors, or you loved how the Ultra screen looked but didn't want to pay Ultra prices, Galaxy S26 and S26 Plus now close that gap. All three phones, Galaxy S26, Galaxy S26 Plus, and Galaxy S26 Ultra, should deliver top-tier visibility in direct sunlight with reduced reflections and deeper perceived contrast. It's honestly about time Samsung stopped limiting that to just one model. Now, let's talk about Samsung Unpacked, because we finally have official details. Samsung has confirmed that the next Galaxy Unpacked event with the Galaxy S26 lineup and Galaxy Buds 4 are expected is happening on February 25th at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. That's the big day for Galaxy S26 Ultra, S26 Plus, and S26 pre-orders, pricing reveals, and all the final specs. On Samsung's reservation and promo pages, they're already teasing trade-in offers up to $900. That typically applies to recent high-end phones like the Galaxy S25 Ultra or the latest Folds. What's strange, though, is that right now, Samsung's site says there are no trade-in options for the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Galaxy Z Flip 7. Before you panic, keep this in mind. We've seen this exact move before. Right ahead of the Z Fold 7 launch, Samsung's page briefly suggested there would be no trade-in support for the Galaxy S25 Ultra. But once pre-orders actually went live, the S25 Ultra was suddenly included with a big trade-in value. So the current no trade-in note for the Fold 7 and Flip 7 might just be placeholder text. If history repeats itself, I'd fully expect Samsung to offer something in the range of $900 in trade-in value for devices like the Galaxy S25 Ultra, Galaxy Z Fold 7, and probably even the older Galaxy Z Fold 6 when Galaxy S26 Ultra pre-orders open. Now, let's talk about storage promos, because there's been some confusion there too. A recent rumor claimed Samsung would drop the free double storage upgrade this year with the Galaxy S26 series. But when you look closer at the reservation pages, it's not that simple. In the UK and Germany, the official reservation pages straight up mention a free storage upgrade, which is Samsung's usual pay for 256 gigabytes, get 512 gigabytes style promo they've run with previous Galaxy S launches. The US reservation page, however, doesn't clearly confirm any free storage bump yet. That doesn't automatically mean there won't be a storage upgrade offer in the UC. It just means Samsung isn't promising it in writing before pre-orders open. So for now, consider the free double storage upgrade highly likely in Europe and potentially still on the table for the US. We'll only know for sure once Galaxy S26 pre-orders officially go live on February 25th. Alongside that, Samsung is also offering $30 in Samsung credit for accessories when you lock in a reservation for the Galaxy S26 series. That's a bit lower than the usual $50 credit they've offered in some past years, but it's still something you can put toward a case, a charger, or the new Galaxy Buds 4. On top of that, there's a sweepstakes running where use customers who make a free reservation have a chance to win $5,000. That offer is limited to the United States. But if you're even remotely thinking about picking up the Galaxy S26, Galaxy S26 Ultra, or the Galaxy Buds 4, it doesn't hurt to toss your email in and reserve. There's no commitment to buy now. Let's get back to that Win Future spec sheet, because while there's nothing absolutely wild in there, a couple of details about the Galaxy S26 Ultra and the base Galaxy S26 really stand out. First, RAM. According to the leaked specs, the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra will come in a 16GB RAM variant. That's a big deal for power users. In typical Samsung fashion, that 16GB of RAM will most likely be tied to the 1TB storage model of the Galaxy S26 Ultra, making the top-end configuration the real no-compromises option for heavy multitasking, gaming, and long-term performance. Keep in mind, these documents refer to European units. The open question is whether Samsung will offer that same 16GB RAM configuration globally, including in the US and other markets. Based on recent patterns and the way Samsung has been uniform with Ultra specs across regions, I'd say there's a good chance that 16GB 1TB Galaxy S26 Ultra model goes worldwide, but as always, we'll have to wait for the official Unpacked presentation to be sure. Next, thickness. Earlier rumors claimed that the standard Galaxy S26 will get noticeably slimmer. Reports said around 6.9mm thick, roughly 0.3mm thinner than the Galaxy S25. That would have made the base Galaxy S26 one of the slimmest flagship phones on the market. But the new information from Win Future contradicts that. According to this latest spec sheet, the regular Galaxy S26 is not actually getting thinner than the S25. Its dimensions look basically the same as last year. So those hopes of a significantly thinner standard S26 might have been premature. Right now, it looks like only the Galaxy S26 Ultra is getting a slimmer body this year, while the Galaxy S26 and S26 Plus keep a very similar thickness and overall footprint to their predecessors. That's still good news for Ultra fans, especially if Samsung also manages to maintain or improve battery capacity while trimming the frame. As for pricing, the rumored European prices for the Galaxy S26 series look like this. The base Galaxy S26 is expected to start at €999. The Galaxy S26 Plus is rumored to start around €1,269, and the Galaxy S26 Ultra is expected to start at roughly €1,469 in the United States. Multiple leaks suggest that launch prices will remain the same as the Galaxy S25 lineup. So if you've been budgeting based on last year's Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra price, or the S25 and S25 Plus prices, you're probably safe assuming the Galaxy S26 series will land in that same ballpark. Now, let's step back for a second and look at what might be happening behind Samsung's broader strategy. Because we just got the Q4 2025 tablet sales numbers, and they tell an interesting story. While almost every other major tablet manufacturer gained market share in Q4 2025, Samsung's tablet sales actually dropped by close to 10%. That makes Samsung the only big player that lost ground in that period. So what happened? It really comes down to two words: cost-cutting. First, Samsung moved several of its tablets away from Qualcomm Snapdragon chips and switched to MediaTek processors. Fair or not, most mainstream buyers still don't think of MediaTek as equal to Snapdragon when it comes to premium performance. So, to a lot of customers, That change felt like a downgrade rather than an improvement, even if real-world performance was fine. Second, Samsung removed Bluetooth functionality from the S Pen on some of these newer tablets. On a phone, cutting Bluetooth S Pen features is already debatable. But on a productivity-focused Galaxy Tab, where remote camera control, air gestures, and advanced S Pen features actually matter, it feels like a baffling step backward when you add both of those decisions. Together, cheaper feeling chips and a downgraded S Pen experience, the tablets simply feel less premium than before, and the sales results reflect that. Cost-cutting might look attractive on a spreadsheet in the short term, but over time it erodes the brand's reputation and weakens user trust, especially in the premium segment.